We start with the weekly chart. Just I want to give a quick update. And as we can see, still we are within the correction, and mostly we will expect to see the one more drop. That means the price can consolidate here for the next drop, following by divergence. This is what we are looking for, since most of the chart they have a similar movement. If anyone wants to look for buy as a long term, this is what we have discussed. Since last a few months. But how deep this correction can be, we cannot confirm. May similar to what we have here. That's why any trade for buy within this correction will be a short term. Anyway, at this point, we don't see any trade setup. And even if you refer to my last analysis, I mentioned, even if since the price was within here, I mentioned, even if we get any opportunity for buy, we have to see the breakout of this zone to confirm for continuation. That's why I mentioned, if anyone wants to look for trade, the only option was to put our entry above here. And I mentioned it's very risky because you mentioned if we get a trade with the breakout of the previous top, we have to look for this zone. Okay, we get the trade if we put our entry, if anyone put their entry above here, and when they see a few days the price was above the entry, okay, this is where they should know whether the price can continue or drop. Okay, by the way, as I mentioned, it was not a really good trade setup, and it was a short-term trade. And right now, if, as I mentioned, if the price continues as a corrective, the possibility for the next drop is very high. That's why if anyone wants to look for trade, they should know that any trade within this correction, as long as the price haven't break this zone, we consider as a short term. Okay. Now the question is whether we can put this one in relative to what we have here for continuation for one move up as a short term or not. In that case, we have to wait and see the correction based on a lower time frame, either for 1 hour chart. Okay, but whether we should look for trade, either buy or sell, we have to wait because we don't see any trade setup. And if I move to one forward chart, similar explanation. No, we have to wait what we see here. Either we get the reversal as a correction. This is where we can look for the next drop, or we see the reversal as a sharp move following by flag. We take the next trade, as what I explained based on daily chart. By the way, we are not really interested to look for sell. We're looking for buy, but at this point, we don't see any trade setup for buy, even sell. And if we move to 1 hour chart, we don't see any trade setup either based on 1 hour, even based on 1 hour chart. Okay, but if we see the price consolidate here for next drop, maybe we can put our entry above the top. But at this point, we have to wait. Anyway, we don't see a good trade setup. And if we move to daily chart, the only thing is we want to see whether we should look for this one for one move up, as what I explained based on lower time frame. And any trade within this range will be a short term unless we see the breakout of this zone. But what we prefer we see the next drop based on daily chart. We consider this one as a correction. Then from there, we can look for the next trade as a long term. But at this point, we have to wait. That means we don't have any trade setup. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.